British is the past, it's not the future. If you go on a student visa to Britain, what's there in Britain except even the studies over there? You find there are gaps in the way they teach people. Okay, they have a certain methodology of teaching people, wherein you have you gotten experiential learning. That means you experiment. Maybe they give you let's say a essay to write, or maybe something, and they'll give you a topic like let's say employment, or maybe let's say, yeah, some human resource policy, maybe let's just say employment relations you know so when you've got employment relationship, there is a psychological contract as well that's there, that I will treat you fairly, blah 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 blah, that's there. So you can write everything in 450 words. So you can go over there, research publications, you can go log on to the university system. That's what I used to do. I used to log on to the university, get everything out, whatever is written on, let's just say, employment relation, from Harvard, from here, from there, from Oxford, whatever research papers are there, get everything out. Then I used to read all of them. When I used to read all of them, I used to know, like, okay, so what has to be extracted from each of the research paper that is most relevant. Because authors, they have an introduction that this is what employment relationship is, then they write something of the other, then they write, then something or the other they write. Then you will find that in their research papers, the one person will write, let's say, one level, the other person will write a little bit more higher than that, the second person will write a little bit more than that. So when they're writing this, so you have to basically go through all this. So this is experiential learning, that you kind of go there and have it. But they've got gaps in education, because let's just say they have what do I say, there's a book called Philip Kotler. Now you're doing marketing, and in marketing what they do is that they'll maybe have 2 semesters in marketing, the first semester and the second semester. In the first semester they just teach you basic marketing, right? And in the second semester, advanced marketing, they'll give you a dissertation that you need to write on let's just say any of the topic that you choose, right? So again, there is a research methodology depending on, like, you can write an essay in 400 words, but if you want to write a dissertation, the topic should be not that much in depth that it takes 5 years to complete, but it should not be that short that just take 2 or 3 chapters. So there's gaps in their education, because they just have, like, they just understand parts of marketing. And that's why when I came back to IIM Calcutta, so when I came back to IIM Calcutta, I had done that kind of experimental learning, and I have done that, all that kind of learning that needs to be there. Because British, even if you're in the, let's just say I was in UWIC, it's the 50th or 60th or 70th university, the resources you can get is, you can get all the resources from the world in that place. It only depends upon the kind of aptitude you have, or the kind of attitude you have towards learning. You can get all the resources out there from Oxford, from Harvard, from here and there. You can get all the resources because you've got a system, and you've got resources, you've got research papers, and a lot of things you've got there. You just have to put your brain in, like, what has to be done. So I came back to IIM Calcutta, and I was like, I thought that maybe let's just see, there's something lacking. I always thought that there's something. I said, let's just try out this I basically had this, because I'd read so much that when I came back, I thought, because I was not getting a job, I said, why waste time, just get through certain books. So I had taken this membership from the British Library as well, because if you don't have a job, you can't just sit over there and while away your time. So I was like going through some books that the British authors did, and at a point of time, it became so fucking boring because each writer wrote the same thing in a different way, but it was the same thing, and I got bored. And I said, like, there's nothing more in it. So I then switched to Harvard Business Review. And when I started switch to Harvard Business Review, then again it was like, their research is basically totally different from British, because British just repeat the same damn thing in a different way. That's what their authors do. There's no certain what do I say, new research that goes into what they want to do. So I went into Harvard Business Review, and Harvard Business Review was something that really excited me because they were putting new research into topics and bringing out elements and aspects that you cannot like bring out. The British were not able to bring out. The Americans were doing a better job with the Harvard, because they've got the resources, and definitely they're very brainy people. Some are even more brainy than me. Don't think, I think I'm the number one guy. No, there are many people, who have a lot of brains. So it's like that. I do understand that, because I've got that kind of exposure. So I went to IIM Calcutta, and when I went to IIM Calcutta, and there was this concept IIM Calcutta follows, that I think is very comprehensive, and it is called complete learning. So when they touch marketing, they touch every aspect of marketing. Okay. And from first chapter till the 14th chapter, everything is taught to you. And I had this course, and for 1 year I was so busy. People just said bullshit. I was so busy in that course because they taught me everything. And of course there are gaps. You can never see in knowledge, there is no end to it. And again I found gaps. And when I found gaps, and I said, oh damn, this is the kind of gap that is there, right? And then it was a comprehensive thing that I did. And then I went to Calcutta as well. So over there also I had certain workshops. So definitely, once your learning becomes a little bit more and more, then you're better than 90%, 99%. You keep pushing yourself, you're becoming better and better. So it happens. Success is not, something that is, what do I say, an easy thing. You have to be mentally prepared and mentally strong and determined. You need patience. People might be saying 100 fuck shit things, but you need to be really calm, steady. So unless and until you don't think like that, I don't think you will get far. Because in this world, people what people, I told you, those assets and all that thing and shitty things.